Welcome back to the Webby O'Neill channel. Erik Ten Hag has stated that Jadon Sancho isn't in the right fitness state to be training with the rest of the Manchester United squad, whilst he continues his own individual training regime away from the squad. Let us know what you think on Ten Hag's comments in the chat. First of all, Tony, I want your first impressions on Ten Hag's comments.
Well, fitness state, that's been obvious for quite a while, really. If you look at his performances, he always seems to be brought off 60, 70 minutes. He didn't play the last five. I think it was October the 22nd. It's taken a long time to get this player fit. I don't really know what the problem is. I think there's deep-rooted problems, maybe what goes on behind the scenes. But this manager, this coaching staff can't seem to get to the root of it. He's away now. Erik Ten Hag doesn't know when he's going to come back. There's no set date on it. I think here, Jadon Sancho is a major, major problem going forward for himself and for Manchester United. And I think this could be the make or break. If he does come back and he's supposed to be fit and he doesn't do it, I think there's a good chance that Jadon Sancho could be on his way out. If I go back to Ten Hag, his comments on Maguire, his now comments on Sancho, I think he's letting everybody know that, hey, this is what's going to happen. You either get it done, I'm doing my best for you, I'm giving you the opportunities, and if you don't do it, you're out. And I think this is what's going to happen with Jadon Sancho. Big, big signing, big, big disappointment.
He has mentioned, a couple of words there, his mood and physicality. And like we've seen at the start of the season, Leicester game, Liverpool, it was a fantastic goal, the way he took that at Old Trafford. So what is actually going wrong? Is it down to his physicality, Tony? Is it the weight of the shirt, the expectation on Sancho?
Maybe it's the expectation. Maybe it's the physicality. I think playing at Dortmund and that, he was running around. He had players there supporting him. Don't forget, he could always just give that ball to Haaland. Simple, straight through ball. He had players backing him up. I think the physicality and the demand and the weight of the shirt has just got to him. Maybe coming back to Manchester United has exposed him as a weak player, not good enough, not strong enough. Now, that's not me criticising him as a footballer. Some people have it, some people don't.
Yeah.
If you look at what's his name, Donny van de Beek, he doesn't seem to have the physicality here. It is a problem with certain players. And Sancho, I think, if he doesn't get this physicality sorted and comes back soon and gets into the squad, I think Ten Hag's actually warning us that this player's going, regardless of what he costs. You can only spend so much time on somebody when you want to build a team. He's doing the same with Maguire. He's called Maguire. He's let him know, hey, you get back into this team. If you don't, then you're going. I'm moving on. And I'm not hanging around. And he's not going to hang around for Sancho. And why should he?
But the thing is, Tony, we bought Jadon Sancho and we all seen it before he comes to Manchester United. He's direct running, taking players on. He's 1-2s, getting behind the fullback. And we've not seen any of that now. Surely it doesn't matter really what league you play in. You can still carry that on into the next league you go to, surely. You can't just lose that overnight.
Well, Donny van de Beek has.
Let us know what you think about that. Yeah.
Donny van de Beek has. It happens. You come, you change the scenery, things around you, people in your background and all that. Anything can change just like that with anybody. And it seems to have changed. And the type of football and the physicality, that's what I put it down to. That's what I put it down to. He can't cope with it. Simple as. And it's affected him. To be honest, physicality coming off 70 minutes in most of the games he's played, right, is a joke, really.
Yeah.
And this should have been sorted out well before. But I think this World Cup break has given Ten Hag time to assess what's going on with his squad and also planning. And he's planning with Jadon Sancho and he's planning with Harry Maguire.
Sorry to insult, does it concern you even more that we've had this World Cup break and Sancho is still needing to train away from the Man United squad because his physicality just isn't up to scratch?
No, it doesn't concern me because
he's had the time there, hasn't he?
Yeah, but the manager is dealing with all aspects of the club now, and he's coming out and he's letting you know out there, and he's letting us know. He's dealing with it, and he's making statements, and it seems to be a regular occurrence now with Ten Hag. He's coming out and he's updating us on certain things, whereas we've not before. He has to sort his own team out, which he will do in the summer. And those who are failing, like Sancho is, he's actually failing as a footballer. And that's what he's doing. And he's letting us know you won't be in this team after the summer if you don't do as what we require. And Sancho has not done what any of us have required. He's been a huge disappointment. And people out there and us, we can sort of say, what is it, this reason? Is it that reason? Is it family life, this, that, and the other? It don't really matter. I'm a Manchester United fan, and I want my player to do well. And at this moment, he's not doing well. And if he doesn't do well, then Ten Hag's warning us, as I see it, that he won't be here after the summer. You cannot just carry on looking after somebody. He wants a football team to win trophies, and you're going to be left and you're going to be out.
Can you take any positives, though, with Sancho actually training away from the Manchester United squad to actually get back to some kind of, levels that we had seen at Dortmund, Sona?
No, I take it as a negative for Sancho. I think this will heap more pressure on him to come back and be a star. Is exactly what we wanted. We wanted him to be a star when he come here. And I think it's more pressure. And I don't think he's going to be able to do it. 22-year-old lad, absolutely failed at this club. Failed for the price tag. Didn't get off.
Have we got too much expectation on him, though? There's a lot of people out there, Tony, who say the same thing about Marcus Rashford. He's been built up into this player, this world beater that we all expected, and he's just never reached that level. Have we got the same opinions with Sancho there? And he's just not that player we all thought.
Well, it's obvious he's not that player we all thought. He's not done it. What it is a big letdown. It is a big letdown. Nothing personally against him. Yeah. It's a big letdown. Apparently, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was chasing him for 18 months. And I've said before, no one else was chasing him. And there has to be a reason why. Obviously, United didn't know why. He has let himself down, Sancho, and he's let us down, and he's let the club down with this big fee. Is it a millstone round his head? I don't think so. I just don't think he's good enough to compete in the Premier League. Simple as. No, I might be wrong. You let me know. But I'm telling you, he has not performed since day one here on a regular basis, and that cannot be right. So he either does it by the summertime or he's out.
Yeah, I don't think Erik Ten Hag is going to hang about with any players. It doesn't matter.
And why should he?
Their age, if they're not performing, they're not good enough. By the looks of it, they're out, and rightly so. Thankfully, we've got a manager in there who's putting the hard line down the middle of that squad as well, Tony. But with Sancho as well, I remember some quotes from Paul Parker, ex-United player, right back. He said about describing Sancho last month that it could be Man United's worst signing in history due to his price tag and his performances. Now, do you think that's a bit harsh on a 22-year-old lad who's not had, really a fair crack at the whip, so to speak, under Ten Hag just yet?
You've got to remember what Paul Parker said, under that price tag. Now, that price tag, if you're looking at an expensive flop, I think he's on the basis of the price tag, I would go Paul Pogba, without a shadow of a doubt. Not Sancho.
But then again, Pogba won trophies at United, didn't he? That's the thing.
Yeah, but he was supposed to lead us on to greatness, and Paul Pogba was an absolute disgrace while he was here, in my opinion. But Sancho has just been a big disappointment and a letdown. Not what we expected. And like I say,
I just mentioned there, Tony, actually, he's not had a fair crack of the whip, but he actually has. I think he's played 10 Premier League games this season. He's scored 2 goals, 1 assist. So he has actually had a fair crack under Erik Ten Hag, and he's just not been producing. So
he's had a fantastic crack of the whip. I mean, there was 10 games there on the trot he was playing, even though he kept being brought off, which baffled us. I don't know about yous out there, but it baffled us. He was always being brought off, and he didn't seem to be able to do it. Ten Hag has given him every chance. And now he's dealing with it, and now it's up to Sancho to sort it out. And as I said before, I do believe that this will be more pressure on Sancho, and I don't think he's equipped to deal with it, and I think it'll fail when he comes back. I hope not. I hope not for the lad's sake, but looking at it from the outside, I think the pressure will be too much for him, because if he's not been able to handle it up to now, I don't think he'll be able to handle this scrutiny. But, hey, we'll see.
Yeah, on that left-hand side, you've got Rashford as well, Garnacho, Tony. This could give Alejandro Garnacho a chance to step up and try and stake a claim for that first team spot on the left.
I think it's a chance for everyone to step up. Everyone can see what's happening now. And like I said before, with Maguire and Sancho, Ten Hag's coming out and he's letting them know, this is it. This is your last 6 months here. Perform, or you're out. He's going to stand on his own sword here. He is Ten Hag. He wants to create his team, and if it fails under his own leadership. Yeah. No one else is going to cause it. He's going to cause it. In other words, I've not been able to do it, but I do believe he will do it because he's getting discipline, proper discipline in this club, something we've not seen for a long time, and he's not going to be messed about. And if you're failing, you're out. Simple as.
Do you think, with his fitness, though, if he does get his fitness right in what Ten Hag wants him to be at, the levels he does want him to be, can you see him adapting to the way Ten Hag's style is, though, Tony? Because he has put a lot of trust in him, like we've just mentioned. Played 10 games already this season in the league. So there has been some sort of trust there from Ten Hag, hasn't there?
The trust was there, hoping to see things develop. It's not developed. And I honestly believe he is not going to make it as a Manchester United player. I'm not messing about here.
You actually said when he first signed. Yeah. You don't think he'll live up to the price tag. No. You did say that.
Yeah, well, I don't believe he's going to succeed here or do anything. I just don't. I think now this is big pressure on him, and it's a downward spiral. And maybe in the summer, a move might be in order for the kid.
Yeah, I don't mean he's a bad player, but sometimes things don't work out at Manchester United. The expectation, the history,
life,
fans. It's the biggest club in the world, fan base, the lot, and just life in general. Things go on in private, don't they, Tony, that we're not privy to. And yeah, I just hope he's all right.
Yeah, I do.
And I hopefully, fingers crossed, he does get back to some kind of form what we've seen at Dortmund. Do you know what I mean, on a regular basis? Because I can't remember 3 games he's put together, Tony, where he's been that 7, 8 out of 10 for Manchester United, and it's what we all expect. So fingers crossed.
Right, well, that Dortmund form, totally different football, as I've said. So I can't see him. I just can't see him doing it. But hey, you let us know what you think.
Yeah, let us know. If you've enjoyed today's video, smash a like. I just thought I'd do this video, give you a brief overview of what Ten Hag's comments were on Jadon Sancho, just to get you involved in the chat on today's video. Yeah, so smash a like if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe if you like our content. And we will be back on Thursday with another video. And hopefully it's a little bit warmer because it seems like it's getting colder every day.
I hope we're back. I hope we've thawed out. I'm freezing. He's getting me at it, bringing me out in the cold all the time, right? So if I don't make it to the weekend without getting a cold, right, I'll be very lucky.
Do you know you're reminding me of Tony Martial now with your gloves on? Not Tony O'Neill.
Thank you.